Hello, and welcome to the Parenting Compass. I'm Jenny Lee, a psychology and empowerment specialist for youth. Over the years, I've had the privilege of working with families to address some of the most important questions in parenting, like how to help children grow into confident, self-aware, and accountable individuals. Today, we're diving into a critical topic: teaching kids to take responsibility for their actions. As parents, it's natural to want the best for our kids. We want them to make good choices, own up to their mistakes, and learn from their experiences. But teaching responsibility isn't always straightforward. It's about more than just assigning blame or enforcing consequences. It's about fostering a mindset where accountability feels empowering rather than burdensome. In this video, we'll explore why responsibility is such a vital skill, how you can nurture it in everyday interactions, and what to do when the process feels like an uphill battle. Why responsibility matters. Let's start with why responsibility is so important. Responsibility is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence and personal growth. When kids learn to take responsibility for their actions, they develop a stronger sense of self-awareness, problem-solving skills, and resilience. They also build healthier relationships because they understand the impact of their behavior on others. Research insight. Studies published in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry show that children who are taught accountability early on are more likely to succeed academically, socially, and emotionally. Responsibility fosters a sense of agency, an understanding that their choices have consequences and that they have the power to shape their own outcomes. In my work, I've seen this dynamic play out repeatedly. One family I worked with had a 10-year-old Ethan who struggled to take ownership of his mistakes. When something went wrong, he'd often blame others, his siblings, his friends, even the dog. By focusing on building responsibility in a supportive and non-judgmental way, Ethan gradually began to recognize his role in situations and approach challenges with a more constructive attitude. Understanding why kids avoid responsibility. Before we can teach responsibility, it's important to understand why kids sometimes shy away from it. For younger children, it's often a matter of fear. They might worry about getting in trouble or disappointing you. For older kids, avoiding responsibility can stem from a desire to protect their self-image or a lack of confidence in how to make things right. Case example. I once worked with a family whose daughter, Lily, often denied breaking household rules. Her parents were frustrated, interpreting her behavior as dishonesty. But when we explored the issue further, it became clear that Lily wasn't lying to be defiant. She was afraid of the consequences and unsure how to fix her mistakes. Taking responsibility isn't just about admitting fault. It's an opportunity for growth. When kids learn to own their actions, they also learn problem solving, conflict resolution, and empathy. Imagine this. Your child spills juice on the carpet and says, "It's not my fault. The glass was slippery." Instead of focusing solely on the spill, you might say, "I know it was an accident. What do you think we can do to clean it up?" This shifts the focus from blame to action, teaching your child how to take ownership in a way that feels manageable. The role of modeling in teaching responsibility. As parents, one of the most powerful tools we have is modeling. Kids learn how to take responsibility by watching how we handle our own mistakes. If you forget to do something, like picking up a promised treat from the store, own up to it. "I forgot to get the ice cream I promised. I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get it tomorrow." This shows your child that taking responsibility isn't about perfection, it's about honesty and making things right. Challenge. Parents often worry that admitting mistakes might undermine their authority, but in reality, it strengthens your relationship with your child by showing them that accountability is a sign of strength, not weakness. Addressing common challenges. One challenge parents often face is resistance. If your child refuses to take responsibility, it's easy to feel frustrated or even defeated. But remember, accountability is a skill that takes time and practice to develop. Start by creating a safe environment where mistakes are seen as opportunities to learn, rather than reasons for punishment. For example, instead of saying, "Why didn't you do your homework?" you might say, "It seems like you had trouble finishing your homework. Let's talk about what happened and how we can handle it differently next time." Another common challenge is helping kids see the connection between their actions and the outcomes. Younger children, in particular, might need guidance in understanding cause and effect. Use concrete examples and gentle questions to help them connect the dots. Celebrating accountability. When your child does take responsibility, even in small ways, celebrate it. Positive reinforcement goes a long way in reinforcing the behavior you want to see. For instance, if your child admits to accidentally breaking a toy, acknowledge their honesty. "Thank you for telling me the truth." That shows a lot of courage. Then, involve them in finding a solution. Let's figure out how we can fix this together. Responsibility isn't just about handling mistakes, it's also about contributing to the family and community. Encourage your child to take ownership of age-appropriate tasks, like feeding a pet, setting the table, or managing their own schoolwork. One family I worked with started a system where each child was responsible for a specific household task. They found that as their kids took on these responsibilities, they not only became more accountable, but also developed a greater sense of pride and confidence. Research insight. According to studies from the American Academy of Pediatrics, children who are given regular responsibilities at home are more likely to develop self-discipline and a sense of purpose. Teaching responsibility is about more than just addressing behavior in the moment. It's about equipping your child with the tools they need to thrive. When kids learn to take ownership of their actions, they develop a sense of agency, resilience, and integrity that will serve them throughout their lives. And as parents, it's important to remember that this process is a journey. There will be missteps along the way, but each moment is an opportunity to guide, support, and empower your child. Helping kids take responsibility for their actions is one of the most important and rewarding parts of parenting. By modeling accountability, fostering a safe environment for growth, and celebrating their efforts, you're teaching your child lessons that will last a lifetime. Thank you for joining me today on the Parenting Compass. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with other parents who might find it helpful. Together, let's raise a generation of kids who approach life with honesty, courage, and a sense of responsibility. I'll see you in the next video.